watching a production by Top Chef Restaurant Consulting, the site location experts. Hi, welcome to a demonstration by Top Chef Real Estate Restaurant Consulting on the magical way we lay out an entire restaurant floor plan to code on a laptop using our proprietary software as your representative real estate agent. Using our in-depth knowledge of the restaurant business, you'll see how we can quickly look at how your concept will actually appear to the inch within 30 minutes while looking at a rental space or a property. This is one of many special services we provide that is unique in the real estate industry. This is typically completed after we have addressed other unrecoverable issues, however, such as lack of parking, liquor license conflicts, sewage impact availability, and rare constraints in code which can invariably stop a deal in its tracks, barring any amount of money that can solve it. Unfortunately, we've seen even experienced restaurant proprietors spend $250,000 before being shut down because of lack of due diligence. Our job is to make sure that doesn't happen. We've got one shot at this, let's do it right. So for the sake of caution, we beg anybody looking to open a restaurant to please work with a real estate agent who knows the business. If not us, then somebody who is qualified. That brings us back to why what we're doing here is so important. While designing and building your dream, neither the architect nor general contractor know, or frankly care, how you want to run your restaurant. Their job is to get your restaurant built to code and within budget. They implement your idea, not design it. It's your job to design the fixture and equipment placement for maximum efficiency based on what is on your menu and the style of service that you want to provide. Now for today's demonstration, we are going to pick a concept called Gumbo's. It's a fast food Cajun restaurant with a drive-thru that serves Cajun seafood, burgers, pastas, and fried chicken. Okay, let's get started. Since we need a drive-thru, we have found an old bank lease with a built-out drive-thru and a shopping strip end cap on Travis Street. We're going to start out by drawing out the outline of this. These are 6-inch squares, and this is our area right here. So, designing a restaurant starts with a basic first rule of design. You start with the large and flexible items first, then work around them. I'm going to start with the bathrooms. Now, what I have done here is I have laid out a whole bunch of our items here in our data that are in our database. And I've laid them out for you. You can see what they are. So you notice that every one of these items are to the quarter inch. These are obviously different tables. We've got bathroom setups, full bathrooms right here. We've got all of our sink setups, every kind of possible sink you can think of, dishwasher setups, and then all the cooking items. Okay, every single kind of cooking item here. We're going to start with our bathroom. There we go. And we're going to flip this over right there. And we're going to go ahead and stick them in the corner way back here. Very back corner. You don't want those up front. Now these are actually ADA approved bathrooms. There's a lot of specs that have to go into it. For instance, in each one of these stalls right here, you have to have a 60-inch turnaround for wheelchairs without any protrusions. You have to make sure that there's 59 inches from here to here. These little bars right here have to be a certain height, a certain length. The doors have to open up a certain way and have to be a certain width. The toilet has to be 18 inches from the wall to the center. Toilet has to be 17 inches high. Sinks have to be able to roll, where you can roll the wheelchair underneath, and on and on and on. So there's a lot of different measurements that go into this. Now, another thing about these bathrooms is, real quick, is that this is not a really efficient bathrooms. Typically, when we design the bathrooms, we want to do what's called ganging up the plumbing, and if you notice, when you go into bathrooms, all the sinks and toilets will be on one side of the wall, and we go to the other restroom, they are on the other side of the wall directly opposite them, so you can gang all the plumbing. Saves a lot of money, and that's the first thing the architect's going to point out. Okay, and the next thing we're going to do, we're going to get a walk-in cooler. We're going to use a combo cooler, which is this one of these two right here. And this is a combo walk-in cooler freezer. So there we go. Pop that there. And let's see, I'd say we rotate it around this way so we have maximum amount of room here. And this is the front door right here. Now, what you're looking at right here is the walk-in cooler freezer combination. This is the front door right here. It's called a pass-through design, where this is the actual another door that you go through the walk-in cooler to the freezer section, which is right here. And this is basically an 8x8 design of refrigeration, and then you've got another 8x4 feet of freezer space. A little bitty small ramp that goes up. Just typically, a lot of times we'll have a little drain down here, and this will be raised up a little bit. These are Metro shelving units, 18-inch wide, 24-inch wide. Those are very standard. And you have used different kinds of lengths all the way through here. This is a dunnage rack, well, 6-inch to 8-inch rack off of the ground, so you can put large pieces of boxes of produce and whatnot. Okay, so this is already designed, and these shelves can be moved around as much as you want, but this certainly does get us where we want to go a lot quicker. So the next item we're going to do is we're going to build ourselves our dish room. Now we can build them from scratch right here, but at the same moment we've got one that's built out already, a whole system. So we're going to grab that for now. If we need to customize a little later, I think we can. Move this over. Okay, let's plop this. Let's take this all the way to the back as well too. There you go. Boom. I might have to move it forward. Okay, so there you have a dish area. This right here is the little trash can. This is we call the dirty side, a little drain right here. And I put all the dirty dishes right here. This is a little sanitary pre-wash sink with a little bitty hose. And this is a corner dishwasher setup. You can actually have the pass-through corner. And you send the dishes in this way, they go out this way. This is the clean area, and this is a little bitty Metro shelving units, which we can move those if we need to, but we're just kind of for now. Okay, now we're going to go back over, and we're starting to outline some stuff here. And we're going to build a hallway for the bathrooms. Got to get to them. Now, ADA requires us to have a 48-inch minimum hallway. Boom. Now, what we're doing right here is we are actually outlining the kitchen. Now, to speed things up, we've gone ahead and did a little diagram with all the walls in it. Now, in actuality, this really would take probably about an hour and a half of moving things back and forth. I mean, literally from a design where we just started with the shell, and we'd be moving things back and forth and slowly toggling things until we found exactly what we wanted. However, for presentation purposes, I went ahead and did a little plan with all the walls already on it. Now, when we're doing the walls, we decided that we needed a little manager's office. So we laid one out right here, a really small one with a little door right here. And so that does is it pushes the dish room just up a little bit here. Okay, this is the back door right here. This is the electrical box, and this, when you do these, you actually have to have a certain amount of room in front of this according to fire code. Now the next item is going to be this. Let's see, we've got a little storeroom right here, and so we need some shelves. Presto. These are actually 18-inch shelves. We're going to use 24-inch shelves, which are one little more square here. And since we can get them pretty much any length we want, we're just going to add them in here. See how fast this is going? Bam. There you go. There's another one right there. And we're also going to use 24-inch shelves for the other side. There you go. Metro shelving units. We'll probably use a 6 or 7 foot length right there. Presto. You now have a storage room. Little door here. And if you wanted to, you can actually add a little shelf here. Okay. Now we're going to need, another thing for the back of the house we're going to need is an ice machine. Presto. We're going to turn this around, and I grabbed a couple of other items too. Let's flip that over that way. This is a 1,500-pound ice machine. It actually goes between 400 and 1,500 pounds, but the actual exterior measurements here are usually the same. Now what we got right here is a 30-gallon floor mixer Hobart, and we're going to stick that back here. This is for prep area back here. And we've got a little bitty table. We're going to kind of put that right here. And let's grab one more little shelf. Move this over here. If you knew how heavy those Hobarts are, yeah, we wouldn't be moving it back and forth like that. There. And one last thing for the back of the house, and that is our manager's office. He's going to need some furniture. There we go. There, poof. We have a desk, a little chair, and we're going to have a little filing cabinet right here. Okay. And poof, we're going to need a water heater. And we designed this to where we're going to have a little closet back here with an access panel. This is going to be a probably a little over 100-gallon gas water heater. You definitely want to go to gas if we have gas come into the building. You do not want to go electric when it comes to the commercial kitchen. The recovery is horrible. You now have most of the back of the house in the prep area. So the next area we're going to start doing is the hotline. Thank you for watching part 1 of How We Design a Restaurant Floor Plan. Please join us for part 2 when we build the hotline.